everyone. Wel- welcome to my podcast. I geez, I wonder with my friends. Who are you? Who are you guys?
What is this?
Oh,
Uh,
hey
sound
there,
like an
Carl.
intro?
How's it going? I was about to give Strongman my mixtape.
jeez. I'm sorry I messed up the intro, guys.
Hey, Dobby, wanna go shoot some hoops?
What do they do on Planet Sheen? What happens on that show? I don't even remember.
Maybe
There's a bunch of-
it all makes sense on Planet Sheen if you watched it.
All I know is that there's there's aliens. I don't know what Sheen does. He's like the king or something, right?
He's like
Yeah.
something like that, yeah.
And then an
he's actually
asteroid voiced by Will Smith crashes into the planet. I didn't watch Planet Sheen.
You could, I believe it though if that happened. Like, did they advertise
Probably.
it like on Nick? Like the ads, like this episode, Will Smith is here, and it shows the one scene he's in.
You
All
would
the
believe it.
what? What are you-
You'd believe it if Will Smith said yes to being on Planet Sheen?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
His lines will be like, "Why you gotta be so cruel, House?"
I mean,
Or-
celebrity voice actors are in every animated thing, no matter how embarrassing it is at this point. It
What's the-
is.
What's the little eyeball freak's character's name?
Nesbit.
Is he like, hello?
Like
It's Nigel.
He'd be like Nigel. Lives don't matter today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast. I'm your
It's
beloved.
time to start the podcast.
Oh, welcome to the very special Halloween episode.
Yeah. Fun fact about that: I was gonna draw us all in little.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
I was gonna
I thought you
draw.
were gonna say
I was gonna draw us all in little Halloween costumes and like make spider webs everywhere, but I've been so busy this week I had no time to.
Oh, you
Just picture them in your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, get some stock images of Halloween decorations.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that as you introduce yourselves. Who else is here?
Did you introduce yourself?
I did. Yeah. Everyone else go.
Ryan
Oh,
needs
okay.
no introduction.
Yeah.
I'm the podcaster who needs no introduction.
I'm Pedro CP. I'm a YouTuber. Got give or take 200,000 followers on YouTube. Pretty big deal around here. And then the music plays and it's the trailer music. And what would be my crazy thing that would happen to me in my trailer?
You're on roller skates and you run into the paint bucket aisle at Home Depot, and then it falls all over you, and you go,
Whoa! And then the whole middle school is laughing at me. Oh God!
This is the
Yeah.
worst day of my life.
Why is the whole middle school
Yeah.
in the middle of Home Depot?
This is the best Ron's Gone Wrong podcast.
Did anyone?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
no, we'll talk about that in a minute. Everyone else, introduce yourself. Go.
Hey, Strongman. Want to hear my mixtape?
I don't think that's you didn't. That's not what I asked you to do.
Strong bad?
I ain't Coach S. I'm Coach Z.
You're not. No, you aren't the. I'm the lyrical Coach Z.
Ryan, we always do this. You tell us to introduce ourselves, and then we don't actually do it. And then everyone in the audience laughs, and then they post clap emotes.
Who's our guest?
Hey, I'm Curb. I've been on this podcast exactly a year ago.
That's true.
Was it really?
Yeah, I didn't know until Ryan asked for volunteers, and I was like, oh shit, that was October 22nd, 2020.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, remember we
That's a
talked.
Halloween coincidence.
We talked about
What is it?
McDonald's cookies or something last time you were on.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
was the name. Okay,
Oh.
yeah, so I'm Curb. I do fan subs and manga stuff sometimes. I'm on famed subgroup Spectre subs. We're not going to talk about that too much for reasons, but we are going to talk about Yokai Watch because I can't be on Ready to Start the podcast without complaining about Yokai Watch.
Yeah, God, this is the only
So-
chance I get.
That's my brand.
Ryan, could we have a string of plastic pumpkins on the screen?
Yeah, hold
Is that
on.
possible?
Yeah, I'll get you that.
Herb is also my stay-at-home meat son.
Exactly.
That's a real combination of some words you just said
Wait,
there.
what kind of meat am I? I never asked. You're my mother. You have to tell me. Assign me meat.
You chose the name.
I
I only encourage it.
wait, I actually don't remember how I ended up with that.
You were looking at a list of like careers for Scott the Wells, and you saw stay-at-home son. I don't know where the meat part
Yeah,
came
that's
from.
I
But
remember the stay-at-home son, but I don't remember the meat part. So it's remember a mystery. Sorry for everyone who wanted the word. I'm
Meat?
sorry.
I think Gwen had to do with it.
I don't know. I'll trust your memory more than mine.
I'll ask Gwen.
Are you saying meat?
All right,
Yes.
hold on. Let's get the show started. All right, let's talk about the first big news topic this week. Did anyone see Ron Gone Wrong?
No, it's been out for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, like what the heck?
No.
Did I see like the Thursday night premiere of Ron
Yeah,
Gone
did
Wrong?
anyone go
Midnight?
did anyone go to the world premiere of Ron Gone Wrong?
Ron's got rotten wrong right raw.
Did anyone see Ron's My Ordinary Life?
Ron's rotten Reddit.
See Ron's
I'm gonna-
on Reddit?
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think I've even watched the whole trailer to that.
I only remembered
know
it was
why.
coming out because I got ads for it on YouTube. Like I thought either it came out already or I just forgot it existed.
The problem
What?
the problem with Ron's Gone Wrong is it doesn't have beautiful future of animation, Peanuts inspired Captain Underpants visuals.
Unlike another movie.
Oh, you're talking about the Dire Wimpy Kid movie?
Should we just get
No,
right into
no.
that? Nobody has anything actually to say about Ron's Gone Wrong, right? We could just get into that.
Well, wait. Do
Nobody's
we not
seen
have
it.
anything to say about it?
No.
What's
Nobody's
that?
Gone
seen it.
wrong. Why? Okay, I actually have a question about that. Why does? I mean, I know we're like grown-ups, but why does that movie seem just so uninteresting? Does anyone else feel that?
I think it's
Just like particularly disinterested in it.
when you're an adult and you're still into animation, you're really looking for like standout stuff, right? Like you're looking for something that has a unique style or flair to it. And the only thing I can ever get an excuse if it's like a big studio, like Disney could release a nothing movie and still be talked about. But like if you're like kind of a smaller studio and it's like a thing that's not advertised a ton and it has a boring looking style or premise, you're like when you're like 20, you just don't care.
I guess so. Who's making that movie?
Ron.
Ron himself.
See, we don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't know who's making
Let
it.
me
We don't
look
know
it
who
up.
stars in it.
Oh, is that like the one with the little robot?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that they're gonna
Oh.
make 1,500 plushies and figures and Funko Pops out of, and that's the entire reason they made this movie.
Who's
I'm
making?
gonna be mad if it's Sony.
It's 20th Century Studios.
What they
so
do
it's
again?
Disney.
It's technically Disney, yeah.
So is
wait,
everything else in the world these days.
well,
Everything
hold
is Disney.
on. Zach the Lafalakalilus is in this movie.
Galapagos.
Zach
Zach
Galapagos. That's a big actor, right?
Who?
Yeah, he played Lego Joker.
Lego Joker. Not anybody can play Lego Joker.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, like
Um,
it's like what someone mentioned in the chat that like it's an art style that's been done before. It's a premise that's been done before. It kind of feels like a mishmash of premises, honestly. But like all premises that
like-
have been done in kids' movies in like for like the last decade. So it's that's
This
why nobody
movie
knows.
died. This movie died when Mitchell's vs. the Machines came out like, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I meant to watch that and I just never did, and I feel ashamed of myself.
Oh yeah, that's a good. This movie got fucked the second Mitchell's vs. the Machines came out.
Yeah.
It's also only in theaters, right?
I think.
Who watches a movie that's only in theaters now?
I mean, if they're good, I think people watch Venom.
I guess I don't know. I don't want to go to a theater anymore. I'm old and jaded.
Yeah.
I need to be in my bed eating pasta, which is what I was doing approximately 1.5 hours ago when I was watching the
I
Muppets
think
Halloween
this-
special for this podcast.
I think this
I-
movie
I-
has like a very similar like premise to that one Netflix thing too. The one with the guy from The Office was in it.
A Quiet Place?
No, it was like
That is not what a quiet place
he's
is.
like a robot.
Oh, Dwight.
A robot. That's Zoidberg.
Yeah, no. do you remember? He's like a robot in it.
No.
Somebody has to know what I'm talking about, right? The Netflix
Wait,
movie.
it's a Netflix.
The Netflix movie. The guy from The Office in it. He plays a robot.
What is a robot? I am not following.
It's a robot.
It's a robot. The guy from The Office. Which one? The like the gym guy?
Yeah,
Who
Jim.
looks at the camera?
Yeah, the guy who looks at the
Jim from The
camera.
Office. I don't know. What was he in? Animal Crackers? That
No,
movie? Was
no.
He was in that, right?
He's a robot.
I don't know what you're talking
What is this
about.
actor's name?
John Krasinski.
John
right?
Krasinski. Robot Netflix. I found it. Next Gen.
Next Gen.
Well,
I don't know
I've
what you're
never
talking
heard of
about.
David Cross is in it. From Alvin.
From the Ian? From the Alvins?
Yeah.
From the,
This came out in
Gen.
2018.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on screen so people know I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah. This future of animation movie. This looks like Abominable, but like cyberpunk.
See,
That's what I'm thinking of looking at this.
I'm the only person in the world who watched this movie. I'm pretty sure. It
Was it good?
was alright. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, that movie.
It looks like pretty good like Netflix movie quality.
It's
Doing
like
DreamWorks pose.
I remember it being shockingly dark. I think a guy just gets vaporized and die, and nobody really comments on it. He's like a main character too.
And just nobody says anything. Just like 5 seconds of silence. Just like, all right, on to the next scene.
I remember watching just be like, oh, okay. Like, are we still going? That guy just died. It's like,
Are we gonna talk about that or?
It's
Well,
like-
that happened.
it's like the
That's what you
same-
said.
It's like the
That guy
same
got
way
vaporized.
I felt when that kid died in the Adventure Time special. I'm like, are we gonna comment on that?
So nobody sees the giant.
Alan's
So we're not gonna talk about that. Okay.
About Mario.
Well, that happened.
You always
Oh
talk
my
about
god, I
it.
can't
What was that?
imagine what this podcast is gonna look like after the Mario movie comes out.
We're
It's gonna be
fucked.
too chaos. It's
Rosa.
gonna be the episode of all time.
Yeah.
What would you do if Mario was real? Because you're so like into him.
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
You've never thought about that once?
No.
Oh, okay, all I'm saying is watch out, Ryan. So, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I guess
Yeah.
we should get to that.
Yeah, hold on.
Like actual news.
Hold on.
We don't have a ton of time. We got to keep this under 2 hours.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it a buck. with you.
I mean, technically, Mars already real.
You're gonna say that, and then you're gonna be the one who like extends it like always.
No, like always. Whoa.
You
hold on.
always go. We gotta keep it 2 hours, guys. Then you spend like 4 hours on your like Manny bit. We're gonna do.
Ryan, you're gonna say something that you're gonna regret, and I'm gonna leave, and you're gonna be sulking.
This
Well,
is gonna
with
be
the
the
sad
ready to
music
start the
plays.
podcast breakup episode, and I stand in the room just like eating chips.
Yeah.
while everybody like walks out of
And then
the
the Nickelodeon commercial is like, "Is this the end of Ready to Start the Podcast?"
Yeah.
Wait, shoot! I'm doing it right now. Diary of a Wimpy-
Literally.
Who can see by the sign?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So they're making a Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie for hit streaming service Disney
For
Plus
the first time ever.
for the first time ever. And it has beautiful, gorgeous future of animation. Peanuts, Captain Underpants inspired animation. Absolutely gorgeous. We need more movies like this. Beautiful visuals.
Everyone said when Spider-Verse came out, it's gonna be a game changer, and we're really starting to see it, come into play with this beautiful, gorgeous movie.
With Greg's lifeless, bulging face staring down at the undercolored environments.
And all the background characters
Look,
standing. Oh,
I
I want to watch that. I want to look at all the background characters in that movie. There's got to be so many just static, just lifeless looking.
I feel so
Sorry.
bad, shitty on this movie because I see so many people on my timeline constantly be like, "Oh, this looks gorgeous, looks beautiful, looks stylized." I think it looks really ugly.
Yeah, Ryan, you summated it pretty well with what's wrong with the way it looks, because it has a lot of it has a lot of the things that are in the Peanuts and the
Yeah.
Captain Underpants movies. It has a lot of features of it, but it doesn't fully inhabit it. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, kind of.
I would describe
this
it
is
as.
secretly-
I watched the first 20 minutes of the Peanuts movie last night to make sure I wasn't crazy, and I was right about everything I said. The way the Peanuts movie works, the way the characters are modeled, the way the shots are shot, it's all very to that style it's going for. Like the way the characters' like bodies are built will like look like ways they're not supposed to look in 3D. But like that's the way to like kind of get the style to work in 3D. It all comes together very nicely. It's shot wonderfully to get that style to work. Captain Underpants, I've seen the argument I had in my replies about that too was like, well, Captain Underpants didn't do that. But I'd say with Captain Underpants, what they did was really like push the animation. Like characters like wiggle their arms around a lot. They're like when they make a shocked face, like their eyes get a little bit bigger. Like there's all those like kind of like nervous lines around their eyes. And, like sweat will come out. Like there's a lot of little details Captain Underpants that really make it work for me. I don't know what could have said of any of that. It's very like standard shots. The characters don't move in very interesting ways. They all have disgusting hair.
I mean, I think the thing is that I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this, but the designs of the characters in Wimpy Kid books are not supposed to be realistic or translated to 3D. It's supposed to be like this 13-year-old kid's representation of what the people around him look like. So when you just like take it literally, it just looks really awkward.
Right.
I
think.
Go on.
I think an aspect of this is interesting. Is that I kind of feel like it works better in live action.
Totally.
Because the books are supposed to like you're supposed to think it's like an actual kid's like diary, like crazy stuff happens, but it's kind of grounded in reality, and it's also like this could be like embellishment or exaggeration because you're like reading. It's like an unreliable narrator. You're reading it from this middle schooler's perspective, and he's making all these cartoon drawings. So when they animate it, it's like it's not really like wacky. It's not, you can't really do much with it because it's a very grounded story.
Yeah.
But like the character models look so freaking weird.
I'm usually first in line to like prefer the animated version of something over the live action version. But I think with Diary of a Kid in particular, like you said, we're looking the diary is more like Greg's, because I think the live action movies, like they're not masterpieces or anything, but like I think they work well with the books because like the books are what Greg is telling us, where the movies kind of tell us like a more accurate version of what's really going on. I think that's more of an interesting way to take it. With this, it's just like, well, Greg was right about everything, and he looks this way in real life. He's a masterful artist, apparently.
Yeah, he's a real like, he's a real Renaissance painter in his books. Yeah. Somebody
commented on about his relationship with Riley seeming like genuinely good in the movie, and like I don't know if Mandela affected the idea that you're not supposed to find Greg sympathetic in the books.
He's kind of terrible.
Like, you are to an extent, but he's like not a good person, and he's not good to Riley at all. So it seems like the movie the movie might be playing their relationship straight in the sense that Greg doesn't do like the manipulative stuff. I mean, the movie's not out yet; it's only a trailer, but there's definitely scenes I don't recognize that have them seem familiar. So, I don't know if I guess maybe that's done because they don't want to piss people off, or it can't set a wrong example for the realistic.
Aside from that, like a lot of the story, a lot of the story beats just seem like direct.
Yeah,
and there is stuff. Like, I don't know if you can, like, cut out some of the stuff that happens that makes Greg look pretty bad. That's, like, important to the story. I know the first movie, at least, had, like, a big, like, breakup scene.
The lie revealed break on Rosa. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should have, like, an on Moses Jones thing going on, where they switch from live action to animated.
I heard Osmosis Jones and laughed, but that's not a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it could be like some weird warped psychological thing where like you're seeing like the cartoon world and then it slowly falls apart. It's like Infinity Train kind of thing, or like Silent Hill.
You can have like a psychological horror where like you don't know whose perspective you're seeing. Like, is this really happening, or is this just Greg's like made up?
Yeah, Greg's kind of a good horror movie monster.
Yeah.
You know who's a really good horror movie monster?
Oh.
Busted!
I'm putting these on screen real quick. Just I'm putting because these can compare a lot. I hope looking at these two screens, you can kind of see what I mean by one of them kind of pushes itself a bit more. The other one's very like not like it's not. It's a Halloween episode. It's not really shot very interestingly. Like the colors are really
Yeah.
trapped.
It's animated in a very basic way, which it's probably, I know it's like really the way they do it in like Captain Underpants and stuff. They have a lot of like specifically made models that they'll use for like just one shot,
Yeah.
just to push an expression, which is probably like more difficult and expensive to do.
Oh,
But
I should stress, I'm almost certain the people working on this movie got a super low budget. So I don't mean any ill will towards anyone working on this movie.
Right.
I'm almost certain Disney gave like a budget of like 2.
It's just the kind of thing where if you're working with a lower budget, there are just some things that you gotta do to like make it work. And I don't think this was the way. Yeah.
Also, I want to talk
Sorry.
about one more thing related to, because we've also talked about the animation. There's not much to talk about like story wise, but interesting.
No, it's the same. It's the same freaking
It's
movie.
the same movie. Interesting kind
I'm
of
really
thing.
thinking about it.
The very first footage they released of this movie, like that one time, had the kind of animation style I was talking about. You can kind of see it here.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like shot a bit more interestingly, like the proportions are a bit more abstracted and stuff like that. And it makes me think what we saw was a test animation that like wasn't approved because like no, we're not giving you the budget to do this.
Yeah, this has like the freaking like the little smear wiggle things
Yeah.
around Greg. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see
It's
them.
like neat. That's what this kind of thing needs. Like, yeah. Dang, this does look very test animation. Now that you point that out.
Like just figuring stuff out.
Or maybe there's like a ton of shots like that in the movie, and they're just not in the trailer.
That'd be insane.
gotta support
Lupin
this.
the
This
times someone lied about the Lupin the Third movie.
Like, why would they do that?
That's one of my favorite Twitter stories of all time. Is someone just lying like, oh yeah, all the scenes of the Lupin the Third movie didn't actually happen in the movie, and it's ugly and terrible.
Oh my god, I remember that.
People are like, oh man, is this real?
Somebody did that for a reason, I think. I just forgot what the reason was. Besides, like, spite, I don't know.
Like, what did Lupin do to them?
Now, I think
He just came out of the theater and, like, ducked on them in real life.
I think before we
He
move
fucked
on
his wife.
from
Yeah.
Wimpy Kid, I think there's an elephant. There's an elephant in the room we need to talk about with this movie. Let's. I need to talk about kind of something big with this movie. Kind of a horrible little freak. Manny, the terrible little child, disgusting in 3D, just horrible. Look at him.
I
This
think
character
Manny
is not supposed to be in 3D.
He's the poster child of like why this movie needed a different approach to its style.
Yeah.
He's holding a gun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he does look like he's holding a gun.
The 007 gun. Manny mode.
Oh my god.
All Manny slaps only.
Good
think
news,
instead
kids.
of-
Manny's coming to Fortnite.
Oh, that'd be
I think
awesome.
instead of giving him a child actor in this, they should have just like had like a grown adult man voice him.
They could have got Kevin Hart to do it. He could have said busted.
I think that would fit him. I think this Manny doesn't really. When I see Manny, a lot of times I don't even really see like a little child. He's just kind of like
A freak.
the way Greg draws him in those
He's a
books.
creature.
Greg, he looks like a little goblin. Yeah, I imagine it was like Sid the Sloth or something.
I also have one more thing on this movie actually related to the iconic movie trailer line. I don't know if it was just the trailer like not syncing up like the voice lines that were given very well. I thought the lip sync felt very off in nearly every scene they showed.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be a trailer thing.
That's
Trailers
probably a
do
trailer
that
thing
a
though,
lot.
yeah, because they tend to like take lines from other parts of the movies and put them in different parts of the movies.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I kind of wish when they first announced this, I thought it was gonna be like, I kind of wish this was like an original story. I was honestly kind of disappointed when it turned out that it was just the same story as like the first book.
I was thinking the best way to do it is just do what again Captain Underpants did, make something that's more like in the spirit of the book instead of a straight up adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have made the most sense because they already did like 4 movies
They're not very old either.
Like the books. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're the target audience, then you've moved on.
So I was gonna say is that the first one, the live action one, came out like 10 years ago. So I guess this is we're trying to get a new generation of kids into it, blah blah blah. But I think the fourth movie only came out like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
I want to read this comment real fast. Sorry. Man, he looks like a smooth Cletus. You mean Cletus from The Simpsons?
From The Simpsons. He does have a big, like, Matt Groening overbite.
Jesus Christ.
A smooth Cletus. That's a new character. Oh, man. Yeah. Be sure to tune in to Disney Plus on whatever date. And
Cletus the fetus, he's real.
Well, then, like, Manny didn't have
animation.
teeth.
When is he gonna have teeth?
What if he didn't have teeth?
I think he'd look worse, honestly.
I only see that.
Someone get on that. Just edit that really quick. That's probably an easy edit to make. Manny without teeth. I want to see how I feel.
Just got like a big duck bill.
He looked more like a duck, yeah, because like with his nose and like overbite combined, he kind of looks like he has like a mouth, and if you got rid of the teeth, he just looks like that.
Like, he looks like Lucy from Disenchantment. the little demon.
Yeah.
He's got like that. He's like the 2 teeth.
The little Eric Andre demon.
Yeah, the little Eric Andre demon from Pastorama. That's what he looks like. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. All right. Any other words on Diary of Wimpy Kid? Super awesome future of animations, Peanuts inspired, stylized Diary of Wimpy Kid, Captain Underpants, and beautiful, gorgeous. You have to see this.
More of this.
Say that 3 times fast.
I don't even remember what I said.
Sorry to everyone who was hoping Roger could look GNC.
Yeah, he's not GNC in this one. You get to accept it.
The dream's over. You have to move on.
All right, want to talk about the Animal Crossing Direct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
It happened. I didn't watch it.
Okay. Oh my god.
Well,
I guess half of us didn't watch it.
I guess
Ryan, you could just tell us.
I'll carry the conversation. Animal Crossing Direct dropped, and my general thoughts on Animal Crossing before we kind of start talking is like the new one is I had fun with it, but there's a lot of problems baked into the general game design with it. That made me play this, I think, less than because I used to play Animal Crossing for hours and hours and years on end, but this one I think I fell out of more than the other ones. And there was a lot of core gameplay problems I had with it. And I'll say with this one, with this update, my thoughts was gonna be, gonna have stuff I'll think is cool for 30 minutes, then I'll stop playing. But I'll say, my thoughts are slightly better. I'll play this for like a week and then stop playing at the most.
Yeah.
Alright. That's pretty good.
They didn't fix any of the core problems I had with the game, unfortunately. Like, I still think crafting is kind of miserable, especially in bulk. I don't think they're fixing any of the villager dialogue, which there's like four pieces of dialogue per villager. Yeah. But the new stuff they showed did look cool.
Yeah, what did they add?
So let me just open it real fast, like the direct will just go beat by beat. Give me a second here.
Right.
I just want to say this stream looks really funny to me right now because it's in like 160p, and I'm like, oh man, this is part of the Halloween effect. And now your latency is just terrible.
Yeah,
Our pixelated 8-bit retro stream. Okay, keep going.
OBS hates me, so that might happen sometimes.
Oh, I thought it was me. I don't know. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, that was me too.
Yeah, if that happens, it's OBS. OBS hates me. That's why I stopped doing game streams. Anyway, the first they showed Brewster, which was the big hype thing everyone wanted. Which is really silly to say because he's a coffee guy. But he's here. I think the most exciting part of that to me is you can meet like all the working villagers outside of their jobs and talk to them. Which is neat because I think
that's cool.
I think a lot of them, because a lot in the past games, a lot of them had more to them. I think in this game they really toned them down a bit. So I was glad to see you could talk to them outside of work now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. something about it that I found. I think probably most people expected them to like just have a bunch of things where like they update the game like every month or like every other month with just like one new thing. But with this, it seemed like they like they just kind of dumped like the rest of everything they had.
I
Like,
I think
all at
this
once here.
I think this game had something similar happen to with like that Mario Maker 2 did, where they were planning more stuff, and then it eventually just at a point in development it made more sense to like just do a big update near the end, just do one big final update instead.
Right. Which I feel like that's a weird model to have, especially with Animal Crossing. It seems like something you'd want to encourage less like have people go away and then come back, but more like try to actively keep them there.
Nintendo is
Not to strike the iron while it was hot, because especially last year with what was going on, a lot of people were addicted to Animal Crossing, and they just kind of passed up the opportunity to give more content when it was really hot, and now it's kind of just like, oh yeah, there's Animal Crossing, I guess.
Nintendo's very weird with their online stuff because most online games they get constant support for years on end, like just years of updates and new exciting stuff, even if it's like small. Nintendo has that thing where they just do like 1 year of updates and they go, okay, bye.
And then they just randomly added online to Super Mario Party like 3 years later.
Right.
They do that with Splatoon, they do it with Mario Maker, they did this with Animal Crossing. They do like a year of updates, and they're like, all right, we're done. Which
somebody pointed out, maybe the COVID caused the delays in the
I'm certain
in the first place, which is possible. No, sorry, you were talking.
It's fine. Other stuff revealed is you could cap in his back and he drives you to a little island, and there's like it just seems like it's islands with more rare stuff compared to like the islands you go to in the main game. Like you can find vines you can climb and stuff, which is and cute. Harriet is back, and she so basically the villagers that would like come to your town every once in a while, like the skunk. Sorry, all skunk fans in chat that I don't remember his name. There's now a feature on what's his name, Harvey's Island, the dog who smokes weed. The island nobody went to in the main game because the only thing you could do was take pictures on it. It was useless. They added a feature where those villagers can now set up shop permanently on his island, and you can always have them on standby. Which thank God, because it was kind of miserable when like you need the shoe guy or the plant guy, and they just weren't there.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. That was something where I thought, like when I first got the game, I thought it was like they'd be there until like they set up like a permanent spot.
Yeah.
But they not really. They just kind of just show up sometimes, like they're homeless. Like they don't really have like their own building.
Yeah, that felt weird to me. It's just like Kix and the plant guy would just come to the town and sit there like, well, we're here for like a day and then we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So glad they have like a little place now. They have houses.
I feel like they had an idea for the new game, and then they were thinking, okay, let's try to implement it later. And they couldn't figure out for a good amount of time about how to implement it until recently.
Yeah, I could see that they were. I imagine they were stuck trying to combine like new ideas with the gameplay idea they already sat down was.
Because like Brewster's place is like at the museum,
which it was in the past, but I think a lot of people preferred the New Leaf one where it was kind of its own building.
Because like they were probably they could have like been okay, like if people wanted to like have him somewhere instead of like at a specific building, but then they sort of just decided, all right, let's just have him in the museum because that's the only way to like have him in there.
Yeah, I guess because if you add new buildings, people are like, but my town is like perfect, and you'd have to like move stuff around. So I think people, I'm sure people are like, they don't want new buildings. Yeah.
So how much of what they made for this is exclusive to the online pass? Because I know they made something.
We'll get there. It's just mostly one thing, but there's a few other things that come for free. If you played New Leaf, if you remember ordinances, those are back. So like if you play it late at night, make it so everything's up later. It's the scariest episode of the podcast. Yeah, I feel like we're pretty normal so far. That's the scary. That's the scary part.
What was that?
Is we've been normal.
Maybe we've all been possessed for this episode.
The scary part is when we talk about N64 Online.
We'll get there.
Oh boy.
They added farming, which you can make food with, mostly for furniture and eating food that gives you more poop points. See. They made it so you could. I don't want to talk about the boring stuff. You can put more bridges and ladders in your town now. Awesome, cool, epic. They added a thing where if you had stuff in storage, you could open your storage thing outside now, which wasn't a thing previously. Which, thank God, that was annoying. They added gyroids back. Thank God. I think the game was kind of missing stuff like that. And then there's a couple new villagers too. Like there's like a robot octopus, and I like the robot octopus.
I see the robot octopus.
I could put the new villagers on screen. A few of them are technically returning villagers, but no.
Scary.
But the other big thing in this direct was the DLC, which is if you've played Happy Home Designer for your Nintendo 3DS console system, it's a sequel to that pretty much as a DLC.
But paid DLC to play something you already played, which is the entire what they added. So I guess that captures it very well.
I don't mind this is behind a paywall because it's just its own thing. It looks like the only thing that bothers me about this being behind a paywall is there's a few like gameplay features locked behind it, like divider walls you can only get if you get the DLC, a few other things. I don't like that, but like the actual mode itself being behind a paywall, I'm like whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, because it was like its own thing before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I have no interest in paying $25 for it. I'll just say that. That's not me being some evil fan who doesn't think it's worth the money. I just don't want to. I just have no interest in paying $25 for Happy Home Designer 2. And that's just my personal opinion. If you want to, I have no ill will. Have fun. I'm sure you will.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
dolphin. I think that's a dolphin. It's still like pixelated.
There's no dolphin. No, it's a manatee. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. I couldn't see the nose outline. Okay, yeah, cute. The monkey's cute. See all the good stuff you get for free.
And then
yeah.
Bowser in the Mario movie. I mean, King Koopa goes, monkey.
Monkey.
In Jack Black's beautiful voice.
I like Petrie and the Cephalopod.
Oh gosh, they added Rio. They added Rio from Rio.
Who?
Rio.
Oh, the birds of the feather, to what we love most of all. And then Jesse Eisenberg. I am the last bluebird.
I am the only thing in Rio that can fly.
And there's something I want to ask.
Yeah.
So, like, did they really took like a year or two just to figure out what to do with gyroids?
Yeah.
I mean, well, actually, I feel like a lot. This seems like there's a lot of stuff in here that was probably finished a while ago.
Oh yeah.
But they just said like, hold off on it. We'll just release them all at once. That's what I was getting at. Where I feel like that was kind of.
That's the vibe I
weird.
get. Yeah, because gyroids and Brewster have been in the files of the game since like the start. Now, not to derail the conversation, but I would like to ask, and I want your honest answers. Everyone in this call and in the chat, did you know there was a Rio 2?
Yes.
I think I saw that one. Wait, was there a third one?
No, there's no third, but did you all know there was a second Rio?
Okay, I saw the second one and not the first. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know.
I might have that on DVD. I don't know if I gave that away or not.
All right, follow-up question. To anyone who knew there was a Rio 2, what happens in it?
The kids.
There's a happy ending.
They find a second Rio. You know what I think happens?
Yeah.
What has to happen in Rio 2 is they have to like find like, oh, there's like a secret like island or like a secret reservoir of like more like blue macaws, so that like the species will be like saved. Like they find like in Kung Fu Panda 3, they find like the town of Rios. That's my prediction.
I can't dispute you because I can't find like a 3-sentence summary of the movie. So you're right, you did it.
I think Seep knows more about this movie than anybody in the entire planet right now.
I know they have to like stop like deforestation. Because like I had a teacher who did work on Rio.
That's true, you did.
Oh right.
Oh, cool.
Everyone in the chat is saying that I got it right, and the reason I said that is because, they have to like dodge the like awkward thing of like reviving a species from just 2 members. You don't really want to like, yeah. So if you're gonna do Rio 2, you gotta.
Did they make Angry Birds Rio 2?
Like, there's more ones. There's like more genetic diversity of the species. Don't worry.
They make an Angry Birds to go with Rio 2?
Yeah, they did. Where you like killed monkeys.
No, that was only the first one. Did they too? Did they Rio 2?
Oh, I thought you meant Rio as well.
No, I just Rio 2. Angry Birds Rio 2. It looks like they did. Okay, we're good. Everyone. In case you were worried, I know you all were. I know you were freaking out about this. They did make Angry Birds Rio 2 theme song. Wiki.
For the Wii?
Right.
Let me sing it out for you right now. Lyrics. Marcela Peruto. Heya! Barba Tukuyus. Anadora. Aparonga. Arazra. Azula. Picadino. Picatua. Curlia. Fractio. Facio. Javita Pika. I'm just singing the theme song to Izukian. I'm done. I can't do this.
Oh my god. Well, good job, Ryan.
Good karaoke night. Okay, next. I know you see.
I know the world was made for me.
And
this is the Victorious theme song.
What's the mashup they do at the end?
The what?
Remember the Victorious iCarly crossover?
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the online now.
Here I am once again.
Yeah.
They announced the online expansion pack, and it sucks shit. This is the most I've seen everyone unanimously hate something ever from Nintendo.
I mean, who could blame them?
Did Nintendo like really cross a line here?
I think there's no way you could defend this unless you're a hardcore like Super Nintendo fan.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
13 years old.
Especially the Sega Genesis. Like, I'm pretty sure they've re-released most of those games themselves.
That's like on Steam right now for like probably like $10. You could buy like every worthwhile Genesis game right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The notion of paying more money to get Sonic 2, the most re-released game of all time, it's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like the Christian Whitehead version.
It's not even the best version of Sonic 2.
It's not even gonna be the only way you can play it on the Switch.
No!
It's already on the Switch right now, and they're gonna release the new like Sonic Origins collection. So like,
which will almost certainly have a better version of this.
I mean, like, there is, I guess, one upside to it is that I think they're still adding a couple more obscure games to the package, like they've done with the NES and SNES. But
right,
it's still ridiculous.
You can play them online.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's
point.
like nobody can't emulate. Like, the N64 is one thing, but nobody can't emulate a Sega Genesis in 2021.
It's gonna be
I'm pretty sure I've had like the crappiest computers ever, and they could run Genesis perfectly.
Like literally on Steam, the Genesis collection, you could literally emulate other games. He literally made it that easy.
Someone brought this up in chat. There is a rumor from a couple more insidery people that the reason it is so expensive is because of licensing fees with Sega, which is really funny because like everyone I've known who like heard about this said I will gladly remove the Sega Genesis games if this was cheaper.
Yeah,
exactly. It's redundant. Like most people kind of just wanted like the higher end games that a lot of people can't emulate still. So like the N64 was really the demanded one. Some people even want a Game Boy. I mean, Game Boy's not hard to emulate either, but that was just I don't think anybody wanted Sega Genesis when those games are being offered in better official services.
Yeah. Also now, like the only way to play like the best version of DK64 is on the N64. Because like you can't emulate that game without like doing some sort of dark craft.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, magic.
It's true. I tried it myself. And there's like, and like the Wii U version, But it's on the Wii U, and that's not even properly emulated due to like speed ups.
I have heard a thing people brought up that their plan might be to add more consoles to this expansion pack over time, but like if you're gonna do that, you say that shit like up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Otherwise, it just kind of comes off like you're ripping people off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
like
They already are.
Especially their track record with how frequently they release like worthwhile things on the existing service. Like it's like, what's the last thing they added to like Nintendo Switch Online? My
It was Claymates.
Claymates, which I'm sure is a beautiful game, but I mean, you know, I don't know why it took so long. Like I don't know.
It's gonna.
The most beautiful work of art.
I also heard people circulate like future DLC might just be for free if you have the online expansion pack. But like again, like why don't you just say that ahead of time? Like, oh yeah, well, if we release future DLC, it'll be under this pack for free. It's like say that shit up front.
Yeah, I mean, like they're looking for people to be more confident in the product. They should really specify, like, even if you don't think it's worth your money now, it will be later.
I guess they just misjudged. They thought all like the 30-year-old Nintendo fans with their like their wall of amiibos in the backgrounds of the YouTube channel. They thought like they would hear like N64 on Switch and be like, no way, that's my childhood. And then they like rush to buy it, even with no promise of future,
I mean, I'm
like,
sure
DLC.
people are still doing that. So
the general vibe I've gotten from checking out people's opinions, the only people I know who are getting this pack are people who have 8 people on a family plan, so they all spend $10. Like that's.
I mean, I'm hosting a family plan, and still nobody wants it.
Yeah, I am too. Nobody on mine wants it either.
Yeah, I'm hosting one too, and no one said anything, and they still haven't paid me. I am going to hunt them down.
The only other people I know are getting this are like people who need to get it for like their coverage job, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what Arlo was saying. Oh, Arlo.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is like the Xbox Game Pass? How much is that?
Let me check.
Oh, I guess this is like a yearly thing though. It's probably more.
Xbox. Right? I know. I heard Switch wasn't too much less. So Xbox Game Pass, if I'm looking at this right now, is $5. It's $10 a month. $10 a month. But you get access to like newer games. Like I know Psychonauts 2 was on Game Pass for a bit. That's like a new release. Like you get like brand new releases with it.
Yeah, that's what makes it more worth it, because it does kind of come out to a better deal when for $120 a year you're getting multiple $60 games that would cost more than that.
I went to like the grocery store the other day, like a few months back, and they had like those Psychonauts 2 gummy candies, and you could get like a free month of it, like from just buying that.
Yeah,
you can't refuse that deal.
They honestly hand out. I got it for free like earlier this year for like 3 months. So yeah, Nintendo needs to they need to do something like that. I mean, I guess it is cheaper, but
it's
cheap enough.
It's cheaper, but with Game Pass, you're getting significantly like better, like new, not better, but like newer games, which is like more exciting than like if you're like at our age, you've played N64 games at this point.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And you own a Wii U.
Yeah, honestly, if you have a Wii U, you're winning right now.
It requires owning a Wii U.
It does require
all the Wii U's.
But it was just like this. Like you make an investment early on, and then everyone's gonna say, like, in the future, you're gonna be glad that you held on to this.
Okay, well, I'll just pay for it then. Why do I have to pay for it now when the better stuff comes later? It's not like you have a limited amount of time to subscribe. You can just do it whenever.
Rare W for Wii U fans.
You're only like 2 games you can play on it that is anywhere else, and you could just turn it into like an emulation machine.
That's true.
You're gonna like go up to your Wii, like your blackboard. This is like Wii U, and then everything else, and then under the Wii U, it's gonna say Virtual Console and Yoshi's Woolly World and nothing else.
And can I say, what happened to Nintendo in the Wii U days? They were such a family-friendly company. They were so wholesome.
Yeah, they didn't have
Remember
Luigi's.
in the Wii U days, Nintendo would literally give you games for free all the time, and they would bake you cookies and send them to your house just for owning a Wii U.
They would make disgusting Luigi cock renders.
Whoa! Okay.
And then you get those in the mail also for good measure.
Imagine Nintendo sending you just the Luigi cock render in the mail.
That was like a Nintendo Close reward.
A Nintendo cost reward?
Yeah, the Nintendo Club reward.
Oh, yeah. Are we all Nintendo Club members?
Nintendo?
Yeah, I gotta say, he's kind of been skimping on the rewards lately.
Yeah.
I mean,
where's my Johnny Test vinyl figures?
I appreciate the Clone High desktop background, but come on, man, that's not like a real reward. I could just download that on like Google Images.
Cross it off in your bingo chart, everyone. We talked about Nintendo.
Oh my god, we did.
Did we have an official Reddit Starcast bingo? I think we should.
We should.
We need one. There are things you can put on there. Mention Arlo and mention Nintendo are on there. Those are like borderline free spaces, but we have gone full episodes without mentioning them.
Free space.
Those are known as legendary Arlo-less episodes.
Bingo discourse.
Have you checked out the Rosa Says Something Insane yet?
That's another free space.
What
I think Rose is Something Insane. That's another free space.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Brian
looking at it, everything else going on.
Put Lincoln Loud mentions on there.
I guess so.
Did I tell the story of the time I was playing Nicktoons All-Star Brawl with my friend Lou, and Rosa was playing with us, and we both picked Lincoln Loud, me and Lou. Went to the Loud House stage, and Rosa was like desperately trying to like have an actual match. We're just like, jeez, we're in the backyard. Why would I play in the backyard?
Was that the voice you were doing earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my pathetic.
I didn't realize what you were doing.
That's my pathetic.
I'm just thinking of Doppy from
pathetic 11-year-old boy character voice.
Oh,
no wonder Rosa wanted to go ape shit.
No one in the family likes me.
I'm not special compared to my
It's like when the bull sees red.
Is that what Lincoln Loud really sounds like? I haven't watched it.
No.
He has like a child actor voice.
Oh.
I want you all to know, for as much as we talk about the Loud House beloved show on this podcast, I did not know what any of the characters sound like until like last night. For the first time ever, I looked up clips of the show and I learned what all the characters. I knew what like the Jokester sister sounded like because I saw a clip of her like once. That's the only like voice I knew, and I could guess what the baby sounded like, and I was right. I'm pretty sure that's Tara Strong doing her iconic baby noises.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like the rocker lesbian sisters, voiced by Chum Chum, I didn't know that. I heard her start speaking, and I said out loud, "Chum Chum."
She's the Chum Chum on her transition.
Oh, that's surprising to me, considering how much you like the show. You don't actually watch it.
I don't like the show.
You're like one of those Hot Topic girls with like a Gur hoodie. It's like, do you even know what that's from?
I watch Mario.
I have one final thing to say before we hopefully get back on topic. If they added a Spirits mode to Nicktoons All-Star Brawl, the Loud House movie Dragon would be the 4-star spirit for Loud House.
And you could upgrade the spirit.
Yeah.
To its big form. Excellent callback. Not to really the Loud House movie, but to everyone who remembers us talking about it.
And then Donkey.
I think we're more likely
Donkey
to have
from
people.
Donkey from Shrek could go, Dragon!
Dragon! Oh.
Okay.
Iconic. Have we all seen Scared Shrekless yet? Has everyone seen it?
Is that the one where Farquaad is a ghost?
A new one?
No, that's Shrek 4D. No, it's the one where they go to Farquaad's castle and they tell scary stories.
I don't know. All I remember is the Christmas one.
Why is that the one you remember?
Because it was on TV like 10 trillion times.
Was it really? I'm
felt like
sorry,
it.
but like I've never ever seen Scared Shrek. No, not Scared Shrek the Halls. I've never seen it anywhere. There's like it's not on like I've never like seen like it's not on any streaming services ever. What's the deal with Shrek the Halls?
Well,
Why
I
is it
guess
forbidden?
I guess you just didn't play television in the background all the time in the middle of
No,
December during the year
see-
span of 2007 to 2010.
I watched it because we had it on our Apple TV in 2008.
Oh my god. See,
Sorry.
like why is it stuff like that? Like it's on your Apple TV in 2008.
Yeah, and then I remember because they would sing this at the end. The Santa would come by and they go, "Shrek the Halls with Puss and Donkey," and then there was the story where about Santa eating Gingy's girlfriend, and then Puss tells his story about being the cool Santa, and he starts chewing something. And he goes, "I have shamed myself," and then he walks away. And then Donkey tells a story about the waffle parade. It's great stuff.
I'm so envious. I want to see Shrek the Hall so bad, but I don't know where to find it. I never know where to see it. You can't even pirate it. There's like a pirated version, but it's like it's awful quality. Like the audio
Like
is
movie
so
theater
bad.
quality.
It's like 240p.
Forbidden Shrek anti-piracy method.
Also, what is
Yeah.
this Norbert?
Norbert? Oh my god. This is Bush Hart. Why did he draw this?
Beautiful.
Was this a commission?
This is beautiful, gorgeous green lighting art style.
Yeah.
What's the?
Is this like what he imagines it would be like in the
Oh.
modern day? They're angry, so they're like internet trolls,
Of course.
leaving mean comments on his YouTube videos.
Hey, what were we talking about before we got here?
Mario.
The Loud House?
No, before the Loud House.
What were we talking?
Talking
We're
about
kind of
the
talking
Loud
about
House. What are you talking about?
we're talking about Nintendo a bit.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah,
cycle? Hold on, let me like visualize this. Nintendo 64 Online, Loud House, Shrek the Halls.
Mario.
Don't forget the 10-minute segment on Rio.
Yeah.
Rio.
Rio.
Um.
All right, I'm gonna do a fair trade off. Me and Kerbis I will talk about for a bit, but I know something you two have watched because you mentioned it to me. I think it'd be nice to let you guys talk about this. Rosa and Seep, you both watched that Chucky show, right?
Yep.
Oh. I didn't know we'd be talking about this.
I just figured it'd be fair if you guys had to talk about something when me and Kerbis
Yeah.
talk about something.
Okay. You want us to talk about it now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You go for it.
Okay. Rosa, have you seen the movies?
I seen the first one for sure, and I know what happens in like the other ones, and I seen like the recent new one with Audrey Plaza.
Oh, that like reboot one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you think about Chucky? Do you like him? Is he cool?
I mean, they're trying to frame it as like some weird anti-hero in this one. He's like the kid's Whisper, but like when I can't say fucked up because Whisper's already fucked up, and I'm not sure if he doesn't have murderous
Oh,
tendencies.
Whisper from Yokai?
Yeah.
See, throw the words right out of my mouth. Should have saved that for the segue.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen I guess I'm like a big Chucky fan. Which is something that kind of eludes me. I was thinking about this last night. I saw the first one. My mom showed it to me when I was like 6, and I just sat there and watched the whole thing, and it terrified me. For years. Like I didn't even want to see him for years. And then a few years ago, I just like watched all of them within like a month. And yeah, I'm really into them, I guess. So yeah, so there's a new TV show. It's basically it's just continuing. It continues the story from the first 7 movies. And yeah, it's pretty. There's 2 episodes of it so far. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So far, if you like the Chuckies, then give this one a watch. It's a crucial it's a crucial chapter in the Chucky story. I guess.
I feel like Chucky is both the character you and Rosa would like for different reasons. I feel like you'd like Chucky because he's a little cartoon character, and Rose will like Chucky because he's a little feral gremlin.
Yeah, just kind of.
That's what happens when they do their precure fusion. Do they fuse in Precor? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm thinking, no, Steven Universe.
Hey, get
Yeah.
the fluid.
Yeah, he mentions his kid.
What do you think about that, Rosa?
I mean, they're gonna have to like. I feel like that's as much as they're gonna like mention that.
What?
Like, I feel like the gender fluid stuff. I think that's all they're gonna mention about it. Because like, if they're gonna, because I don't think they really want to call attention to that. Because then they're gonna have to like write around a lot of stuff.
Like, you don't think they want to? Because something about I'm gonna dip my hands in Chucky lore here and pull out some information. A thing about the movies is, so the movie where Chucky has a kid is
Yeah.
Seed of Chucky,
Yeah.
and it was kind of so bad that it just kind of killed the movies for years, for like 10 years after that. And in a lot of the new ones, they would they would want to reference it, but then Universal said like don't talk about that movie. So this is like that moment where Chucky says he has a gender fluid kid is like the first time they've referenced, like directly referenced that movie since it came out. It has a lot of people excited. I mean the movie's pretty
I've heard the original one that character said is pretty bad.
Yeah, the movie's like it's
Didn't-
bad, but honestly I really like that. I feel like that character is pretty good. I feel like I feel like they have a lot of fans, which is why they like the writers keep wanting to mention them and like have them return. It's basically like, you know, Chucky's kid doesn't want to kill anyone. He's just like a sweet little boy. And yeah, it's a really nice little character, and I hope they show up in this TV show. But I don't know.
Hey, gender.
It seems more about like Chucky and the kid, and like Chucky trying to push the kid to become like a killer.
Yeah, like wants them to join the family business.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a lot of mystery to that. That I wonder if like they're gonna explain a lot of it. I don't know. But yeah. Speaking of Chucky himself, I think your assessment on that is accurate, Ryan.
Yeah.
I think some of my favorite parts of him, something that like because I watched it when I was 6, and something that I never picked up on until later is that he's like funny. Like all I could pick up was that he was like scary looking, but he's like a funny. I like the interesting thing about him is he's not like Annabelle, that other creepy doll movie, or like other like things like in Goosebumps where it's like a demon that's like possessing something. He's just like a guy, really. Like he was a human and he put his soul in a little Cabbage Patch doll. And so it's just really funny that he's just, I don't know, he's just this nasty, like despicable guy. But he looks like a little baby, and like, I don't know, he cracks jokes. He's like when he like laughs, like he has this little giggle that he does, and he does it just to like mess with people. Like he'll just be sitting in a room with someone else, and he'll like do his little cartoon laugh, and then they'll turn around and they'll be freaked out by him. It's just really funny to me. And sometimes people like pick him up and throw him across the room, and you just see him just ragdoll while like they dub over him screaming. It's pretty funny. Okay, that's all. Sorry, I kind of went off. It's weirdly Chucky stuff is weirdly something I could just talk about forever.
That's just kind of how this podcast goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are 7 movies. I think that's right. Hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7 movies. Okay.
I think they start calling them pictures again. He's got 7 pictures.
Yeah, He's got 7 pictures. He got 7 features.
It's 7 Marios.
Yeah.
Rosa,
Do you have any questions about it, I guess?
Do you have anything to add to the
Rosa wants to add
conversation?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, aside from chucking me like a feral little gremlin, like I wonder. Again, I'm looking forward to see where else will it go, like how they'll handle the writing with the kid. Like essentially, the kid is like gay, and like Chuck is like, "Let me help you through this."
Gender fluid.
And
I
like
gotta
I'm
say,
wondering,
sorry, just to add to that, this show does have like a game. It has like a main the main character is like a gay 14-year-old.
yeah,
And I feel like this is like one of the best written like weirdo gay 14-year-old kids. They're
yeah,
like kind of like outcasts. Because like the guy who writes, there's like a guy who writes all these, and he's gay, so he kind of draws from his own experiences. So I think it's like really well written. I could really relate to him, I think. So yeah.
and also
Not
I'm
that I'm
looking to. Go ahead.
nothing. I just nothing.
I'm also wondering like what if they're gonna do anything with like this bit where like Chucky says, "Oh, I wasn't responsible for killing this person." Because I
Right.
wonder if that's like just him like lying, or was it like really just like something happened to that person, and that
Yeah.
just adds to the mystery.
There is a mystery to it. Like he's pretty coy about like he kind of plays it up innocent, or he keeps saying another thing he keeps saying is like he keeps saying like people deserve it when he kills them, but they don't fully explain it all the way, so there's probably like secrets to it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty interested in. Yeah.
Gender fluid.
There's a lot of gay coded stuff in horror. Why is that? I don't know.
Because gay
I
people
think that's
experience
like
the horrors
There's
of the world.
probably a dissertation on that somewhere.
I think a lot of it's like the feeling of being othering, like being seen as an other in different regards and respects, and like a lot of parallels to like real life stuff that gives the same vibe. I think even like as as vile as like H.P. Lovecraft is, the reason why his work was like probably in like LGBT spaces, or at least certain ones, it was because of like the feeling of being uttered.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say close to the same thing, that it was like the fear of being othered and of others that like is perpetuated throughout the genre, for better or worse. Because I mean, like you can have stuff like Lovecraft that's just like rancid and racist, but you could also have progressive horror that really encapsulates from like the from a better point of view. So
yeah, it's like more or less like the idea from it that like latches onto people, and not like what was read, like not like the intention, but like the idea from it that it relates to a certain experience.
I think a lot of it's like coded, sort of
That too.
like Dracula's kind of a gay character, you know?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you're gonna suck on a man's neck.
Mavis, my
Actually,
daughter.
There was actually like a horror movie I remember hearing about. Like, I think this one was like lots of time about like a vampire woman like preying on like a young girl.
Let's just say, Mavis, eggs aren't the only thing Dracula enjoys sucking.
Also didn't age well.
Ryan.
What?
we have like 2 minutes of smart talk. We have to go into the worst.
Like you say Dracula gay, I'm gonna imagine Adam Sandler Dracula driving up to the gay bar.
Come on.
I wanted to ask, are we like past the news, or can I still bring up like news?
There's a few more things you to talk about. Yeah.
Do you want to do the thing, Ryan?
Yeah, I guess we'll do our
you want me to go off now?
We'll do our thing. All right, time to lose. We're already down to 28 viewers. You know, we went from 40 to 28. Good job. We're about to go down to 14.
You go.
Just like okay, what?
So in case you weren't aware, me and Curb in particular are big. I'm gonna say were
Are in quotation marks.
kinda. We were Yokai Watch fans, and the state of the franchise has been interesting to say the least these past few years. And they announced a new movie. In case you're not aware, baby anime franchise in Japan get yearly film releases. Like Precure gets it, Shin-chan gets it, Doraemon gets it. So, and baby anime franchises get yearly movie releases. Yokai Watch is one of those up until last year, where both the film before it bombed really badly. And it was also COVID, so a mixture of that made them skip a year. But this year they're back, and the movie is like 2 episodes from the anime.
Like it actually?
Yeah, it's just like 2 episodes strung together.
And it comes out in less than a month, so that's probably. My guess is that their budget was like less than Diary of Wimpy Kid budget, like literally shoestring, because it's 2 episodes from the 2014 series, and then they put in
they're not new episodes,
and then they put in like some interim Komasan 30-second things, and they said that there's some new animation that's not really specified what it is.
They had to put the Koma-san segments in because the 2 episodes they chose both don't have him in it, and he's like the popular mascot one. So like shit, throw in the 30-second Koma-san clip so we can put him on the poster.
Yeah,
hey, Koma-san, the goodest boy.
With 10 minutes of new animation.
That's like, Koma-san's like quote and like defining it, like I am the goodest boy out there.
That's like totally like a thing they put in like trailers for like re-releases for like movies like in the 90s, like 10 exciting whole minutes of new animation.
That's what they did with Avatar. One of the like 5 times they re-released that movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we were talking about this before we started recording, that it could be anywhere from like 5 minutes to 30 minutes. It really depends on if this is the runtime of a standard Yokai Watch movie, which was about an hour and a half, hour 20 minutes.
I think
because the episodes themselves are only going to take up like 40 minutes combined. So.
I think this movie will barely be an hour long.
I mean, it is in theaters, so I don't know.
There's a couple Precure movies that are only like an hour long, so I wouldn't be shocked if this was like barely an hour.
Yeah, just the difference is they're good.
I mean,
it's not gonna. It's gonna be as good as the original series was, which I guess at that early point in the show's life, it was good. But like it's not. It's stuff that you've seen before if you like know anything about Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
And the thing with it too that I kind of have an issue with is it's jumping straight from episode 1, where up until the Jibanyan backstory episode, which is already kind of explained in episode 1, but like the expansion on it, and it's like this doesn't work in the span of an hour movie, because the reason why that episode works and why the storyline of the game works when you get to it in the sequel is because you kind of like got to spend some time with Jibanyan. It's gonna happen like back to back, and I don't think it'll have the same impact as it did. But I don't know. Whatever. I can't. I don't really keep up with what happens anymore because
I think this franchise got like a year left in it.
Yeah, I was talking before about how there was like an article I think years and years ago of Akihiro Hino, the director of or the CEO of Level 5, saying, "I want Yokai Watch to last 10 years. We're on year 8, guys. We're almost."
This franchise is currently being carried by like mobile game sales and nothing else.
Yeah, the mobile games make a lot of money. There's a reasonable amount of collabs still, and the manga is still going. The anime exists. It's like I think it's probably the lowest priority project at OLM Studios right now, because they've been taking on a number of other stuff. Like they took Odd Taxi, which was really highly critically received. They're doing Komi Can't Communicate now. And they're still doing Pokemon. It's all different studios, but like still, you can tell Yokai Watch is like
the C project.
Right this is their least priority right now because the animation is always off model, and they have to outsource every episode. It's just like they have no budget for this anymore.
Yeah.
Are they at least going to do the Hey Arnold the movie thing, where they like draw over it?
I knew what you were talking about. The thing where like Arnold, Helga, and like Gerald are shaded, but no one else.
Yeah.
Someone was for a shade, but no one else is.
Yeah, the Digimon series is the Ghost game is basically what Yokai Watch satisfied. Shadowside was, which feels like forever ago now. It really does. I would rather have 10 Shadowsides than what's going on now.
I need to find a screenshot of the Harold movie where Arnold's sitting next to a character who doesn't have shading because it's so funny.
Like Stinky.
I think the funniest thing about that is, like, I had already seen the movie when that was pointed out to me, and I was like, what? And then I went back and saw it. And it's, like, so freaking weird.
Well, I guess it worked if you didn't notice it.
I found a decent one that has part of like other characters, because only the main characters have shading. Like even if like another like character who's like talking in front of the screen, like they won't have shading, but only Arnold, Helga, Harold, the villain, like a woman character have shading. No one else.
Oh god.
You can see here.
This ain't no Rugrats movie.
This is so... They have like different outline styles too.
This poor movie.
You can like I think if you were watching it and you were like 5 years old, you wouldn't be able to tell. It's not that obvious, but like when you look really closely, it's like it sticks out a lot.
I'm just thinking like, what did the movie look like projected on like a giant screen?
I want to see this movie on a big screen. I want to see shaded Arnold talking to like unshaded Stinky.
This is freaking like 480p, like you know.
But yeah, anyway, they don't even have to do that for the Yokai Watch movie because it's literally just going to be like 80% reused footage. 80% is probably generous. Probably 90%.
Oh,
I can't wait till this movie dies and this franchise dies, and I don't have to wonder every once in a while. Hey, Ino gonna be in this one? No, she ain't.
Well, no, it's only like Gen 1.
I mean anything, just anything in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention. For people who don't know, the anime is still going. And the new show is a reboot of the original show for the second time.
Oh my god.
But they ran out of jokes. So it's not good.
That's like a joke they would make in Animaniacs. It's, oh, we ran out of jokes, so the show's over. It's just what happened with Yokai Watch.
I would rather it be over though.
What happened to Tyler Academy?
I
really like that's the only one you know this character. It's still the like time we used to call him Tyler.
Tyler never dies.
Like 6 months straight, I thought his name was Tyler.
It wasn't our hearts. But no, what happened to Y Academy was earlier this year it had like a 12 episode season 2 after like a 60 something episode season 1. What ended up being the case was that the quote unquote season 2 that they tacked on was actually supposed to be the 2020 Yokai Watch movie that didn't happen. And I have not watched it. I tapped out after season 1. I said I don't care anymore. And apparently it was pretty sloppy from people I've heard. You know, the plot didn't make sense. I mean, the plot already didn't make sense, but like they tried. Honestly, I would rather have Y Academy again. At least that had things to talk about that were fun. This is just like pathetic.
If you didn't watch, I'm sure if you're one of the 3 people who didn't watch Y Academy, it was a big hit. If you're not aware, the plot of it is every single Yokai Watch character died, and only a few of them got revived, and that's the plot. They all got killed by aliens, every single one, except like Whisper.
Whisper actually gets to go back to the Yokai world in the end, so actually this is the best series after all, because Whisper gets to live. That's all we need.
Drawn together plot.
Drawn together.
Mess up. You just kill all the characters.
That's basically it. There's no new Yokai Watch games coming out because the world is in shambles.
What happened to Yokai
Watch 4? I think
it ain't coming out.
We talked about this like a year ago, exactly.
Yokai Watch 4, forget about it.
Yeah, they canceled the localization. They closed the entire localization.
They've never formally announced the cancellation, but you're dreaming big if you think it's still happening. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's like it was a disaster of the localization. Like it went okay for the first year, and then it just exploded.
Yeah, it's like Yokai Watch 4 is as feasible as like that one guy who says that Sora's not the real DLC fighter. They're gonna switch him out for someone else.
Gino's coming. It's gonna be the real story.
It'd be like that scene in Elf. Gino's coming to town, and then Elf goes, Gino!
This Will Ferrell voice going, Gino!
No, if you weren't aware, Yokai Watch 4 is the worst-selling mainline Yokai Watch game. It's notable for being one of the few 3DS to Switch games to not sell better than the 3DS counterpart. Level 5 in America has never done good in the first place. Level 5 in Japan's not even doing that good in the first place.
Yeah.
It'd be a financial disaster to bring it over. It'd probably do a bit better than now because I think
nobody cared at this point. The game was like
I don't know. I don't think it's.
I don't think it's really comparable to the National Dex thing, and that's because to Yokai Watch 4's credit, they completely revamped the gameplay engine, everything. I think the models might have been just upgraded from the 3DS, but the entire gameplay system was changed. So I don't think realistically they ever could have gotten all like fucking 800 yokai from the 3DS games, and still put out a game that was of relative competence, with the new features they wanted to add. So, I don't think it's not really laziness, or I mean, not that the Pokemon thing was laziness either, but that's where it got infamous for. It's really just level 5 is in a huge trouble right now because they tried to make everything a multimedia franchise, and it kind of blew up in their face when like the lightning in a bottle didn't happen again.
All right. I promise we keep under 2 hours. Rosa needs to talk about her thing real quick. Go, Rosa. Go.
So you know how there's like a Yokai Watch Shadow Side, a Yokai Watch Academy, and Yokai Watch Note.
Yeah.
Well, guess what has the same thing going on?
Nichijou.
So there was Nichijou City Side, a Nichijou A House, and now Nichijou Note.
I wish it was actually called Nichijou Note.
Yeah. So recently, Nichijou's back in serialization. That's right, everybody. They brought back Nichijou.
It's back.
Which is also, yeah, it's back, and that's also weird because at the same time, there's like another series called Ayuma's House by the creator. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, Nichijou's back in serialization. It's Shonen Ace.
As Pugs. No, it doesn't.
Right.
I just want
Plug form.
All I ask is that I hope they don't retroactively add characters from City.
Okay.
Because I don't like, not all of them are funny.
Not funny.
I did not for City.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
Oh.
like Yuko's husband is only ever funny if he's like divorced.
Rosa loves divorce.
I mean, listen, how many characters were infinitely more funny because they were like divorced?
Asgore.
And
Jerry from Rick and Morty.
And Duncan's dad.
Duncan's dad.
Who were you just rewind? Who were you trying to do with your and?
Some grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah, grandma's also divorced.
Grandma's gotta sue the pets off of Santa. That's what grandma's gotta do.
Can we bring up some pretty big news?
Yeah.
Should we acknowledge the fact Mo Sislak is engaged?
Oh yeah.
My man.
I just want to put that out there. Congratulations to Mo. I know you're watching right now. We're proud of you, big guy. I know it's been tough. But we've seen Mo, we've seen you throughout the years. We've seen how you've changed and grown. And buddy, I think we all think that you really deserve this. I think I speak for everyone when I say that.
Hey, Mo knows. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Dad, I wasn't the special guest. It was all a fake out to introduce our real special guest, Mo from the 6th.
Hey, how you doing? Rose, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I mean, like I said, it's sort of also weird because like at the same time, like he was also starting another series. And like,
What is it?
I think it was called. How do you pronounce this? Mia House.
Hamster and Gretel. Oh.
Yeah, Mia House.
Okay, is that like one boy, 10 girls?
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
No, just one girl, one character,
10
and that's
boys.
it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, all alone in the loud house, and the sisters are all figments of his imagination theory.
Oh my god.
That's what this is, right?
Each
Yeah.
sister represents an aborted fetus. Older than him.
Alright. We have like 30 minutes left, and we forgot to talk about Muppet Haunted Mansion and do questions. Alright, Rose, did you watch Haunted Mansion or not?
Yeah, we were there together.
I couldn't remember if you were in the call or not, because I
Don't you remember? You was there too.
Because for some reason I thought you were at work.
No, I was there.
You were there
Avatar, I was at work for.
too. Yeah, I was thinking
most
of.
of, which I must remind everyone, I do not have a job.
Okay. Muppets, basically Disney era Muppets is something I'm very hard on. I don't think Disney was a good studio for the Muppets to be under. I don't think they get the appeal of Muppets a lot. I think they want to own Muppets so they can put Kermit and Animal on merchandise, and that's the only reason they care about them. But I will say, compared to the past 7 years of nothingness, I thought Muppets Haunted Mansion was very fun, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I just watched it like 2 hours ago because I think Seep said on Twitter, we're going to talk about Muppets. And I'm like, oh shit, I haven't watched the Muppets. So I watched it right before the podcast. I mean, I don't have nearly as much Muppet experience as the rest of this call. The last I remember was like the movies from however old they are now, with Walter, the gay Muppet.
Hi guys, talking about me. Wow.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was witty, had a nice lesson. I did chuckle at some of the one-liners and stuff. It was fun. The musical numbers were nice. I did kind of get a kick out of how I went into the movie expecting fun Muppets time, and like 5 minutes in, they have a guy that died in prison after being wrongfully accused of the crime. It's just like, geez, this is heavy.
Just a little of that twisted Muppets, that cheeky Muppets humor.
I'll say this, that I miss there being like new Muppets music, because if you follow on Muppets for a while, you'll know the only songs that exist at Disney are Rainbow Connection and Isn't Being Easy Being Green. Those are the two Muppet songs that are allowed to exist. So it was nice after 7 years to finally get like new Muppet songs, and all three of them were really nice little songs.
Yeah. I think was the last thing to have songs like the last movie?
I think it was Most Wanted, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a very nice welcome. And they're all pretty good. I feel like they could have fit in one more. There's like a point where there's not really any new music. Could have been neat. But yeah, they're pretty good. They're very Muppet fun, I like the Graveyard song, I think. That's my favorite one. It's like the first one they had.
I like the one in the middle they do with all the Muppets like in the dining hall. I like that one a lot.
That was pretty good.
That's probably my favorite.
I gotta say, does this have like every Muppet in it?
I think
There's
so.
a lot of them in this.
Even the guy with the monkey, he's like
Salmonella.
They're like they went missing for little years. I think this was their first appearance since like Muppets TV or whatever it was called.
Every Muppet is here.
Thank you, Sakurai.
The monkey's played by the monkey's played by Brian Henson, and I think this is like the first Muppets thing he's did in like years. Which is pretty cool.
What's the matter with you? There's no family picture.
It's a family picture.
And yeah, this has Chip the IT guy in it.
Oh, thank God.
He has like a line. It's me, Chip. It has the turkey from Muppets. No.
I'm really glad they got the lawyer Muppet in too.
Yeah, the legal weasel.
Yeah.
I think is his name.
But
Yeah. So this might have Walter is in it. Walter gets some lines.
Yeah, guys. It was really great being on set with Kermit and the gang. I brought my boyfriend with me, and they're all really nice.
We love just like meek little boys. They're just like,
Hey guys, what's going on?
Who's your other
It's me,
example
Walter, the first gay Muppet.
of meek little boys?
Milo Murphy.
Is he okay?
Spam
Milo
Tim.
Murphy. It's the same thing. We're like,
Hey guys, I'm Milo Murphy. I'm very calm. I talk very quietly. I just like being here.
we do that so much. Yeah. Oh, and even I think this is the first thing to have Rizzo in it.
That's true.
Since his actor got fired.
Steve Whitmire, his original actor, got fired for not amazing reasons. Not on his part, but on Disney's part. So Rizzo didn't have a voice actor for a bit. He was kind of gone, and now he's back.
Yeah, he's back. He even says something.
He
I don't
does.
remember what he said. Yeah.
I
I
did.
thought he wasn't. I thought he wasn't going to be in it because this has Gonzo and Pepe as the main characters. It's reminded me of like Muppets Christmas Carol, but that was Gonzo and Rizzo. So the fact that Rizzo wasn't there, I was like, oh, I guess Rizzo's not going to be in anything.
Well, I mean, the kids are going to remember Pepe from the Game Awards, remember?
What?
Oh, that's true.
Pepe was at the Game Awards. He was a ninja and he talked about fork knife.
Oh, you know what? I blocked that out of my memory, I think.
What?
I just wanted to say that, like, in this scene where Gonzo was like walking towards the door in the dark, I'm so fucking poisoned that I expected Shaggy to be in it.
Oh, from Scoob.
The door to hell with Shaggy in it. I hate how much that movie impacted my psyche.
Hey, do you want to know some big news?
Yeah.
What?
Pepe was at the same Game Awards they revealed Joker at. Did you know that?
They're the same character. Sorry to reveal it like this.
I love the Joker from Persona 5. Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah. What?
That.
Yeah.
Alright, any other thoughts on Muppets Scary Mansion?
Hey, Kermit, I think you should climb up this rope.
What?
Yeah, Kermit should climb up this rope.
What is?
I'm gonna let
What?
this play out. I'm just gonna let it happen.
I'm
Okay.
still laughing at somebody in the Discord, the public Discord, that posted a screenshot of the like pixelated the stream, and somebody said, "I wish we had a handheld version of ready to start the podcast."
Now we wish you could play Ready to Start Cast on our Game Boys.
Your
my
Game
God.
Boy Color.
This is our retro throwback Halloween.
That's Maddie.
I hope the person who made that post, the Spider-Man on Game Boy post, is happy knowing how much they've made people laugh, even if it was unintentionally, because they don't know what a Game Boy Color looks like.
Absolutely.
All right.
The person who did that was having a laugh. I think that's like
Maybe.
an ultimate joke.
Maybe it was just a joke post all along.
All right. When you're on the end, so I promise to keep this shorter because the best thing they need to do. Let's do a quick few questions. This is the part of the show where if you're in the chat, you can ask us some special, silly, wacky, goofy, spectacular questions. Thoughts on Pilk? No. Any other ones?
So I'll have like Coach Z to speak in my place.
What is that? I keep getting a drink.
Well, you can
What?
see, Pilk is like a very specialized drink from the Midwest. When you're out of like root beer float, you simply just take like a Pepsi and pour in some milk.
Every time I ask you people to ask questions, you ask nonsense thoughts on Pilk. Well, there'll be a handheld version ready to start the podcast. Dude, can you? Where are the questions?
Okay.
What did you
Well,
expect of this kind of
listen.
podcast?
We'll
no.
let questions roll in. We'll just come on. We can just do some time fillers.
What is the final episode? Thoughts on podcasts. I hate all of them except ours. I have a huge ego.
What about Speakmore?
I hate podcasts.
Ah!
All right, here we go. What do you point to as a cartoon that was essential as your growth as a person?
Adventure Time for me.
I think
pretty,
I would say Nature Joe.
Okay.
That's been like a big part of my life. Even if it's like not as big one now, it's like, oh yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants formed my entire existence, I think.
Why are you, Curb?
Is bad. But ironically, considering the conversation we just had railing on it, I'm probably gonna say Yokai Watch. Because it got me into translating Japanese, and that's like my thing now. So it was less the cartoon itself that was formative, and more the activities around it. There was probably something from when I was younger, but I don't remember. I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Which Angry Birds game was the best?
They're all the same.
No.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's not go that far. They're all the same. What about Angry Birds Seasons? Like, you can't. That had like a pink Angry Bird, right? That's not in the other ones. You want to know my thoughts on Angry Birds?
Yeah.
No.
The most eloquent speech I've ever heard.
And we're launching, and we're crashing. Let's hit the pigs. They all have bop for the best birds, but we're angry. If you take our eggs, we're never gonna stop.
Mario's cap, LOL.
I am. I've been Mario this whole time.
More.
Angry Birds, Stella, Eddie. I don't. Who's Stella Angry Birds?
She's the pink one, right?
Is that the pink one?
Wait,
Yeah,
Return to
girl
Dreamland is
female bird.
turning 10 in 2 days. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh
on
my
the
God.
24th.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That was like the hypest game. I think that's the hypest I've ever been for like any game.
I know that was like the first. That was the game that kind of got me into Kirby. I guess to the level I'm at now. Like I liked it before, but that was like I think that was a pretty important one. I like remember when that was coming out.
I was in the prime of my Kirby phase then, I think. So that was really big for me. And now here we are 10 years later, and we're going 3D.
Whoa.
It looks amazing. I got the reveal spoiled for me because it leaked beforehand, but I can guarantee you if it was not spoiled for me, I would be like bawling like a baby at it. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, the Animaniacs second season is coming out.
Wait, it is?
I guess that's news.
Hey, can I say something about Animaniacs? I think I realized this watching the trailer for the second season. I think I know why I don't think Animaniacs is that funny. It's got like Doug Walker humor.
Yeah, I mean, he really likes that show, right?
I watched the Thundercat parody they did where they just go 80s. I'm like, all right, if you place everyone in the scene with like Doug, Tamara, and Malcolm, it'd be a Doug Walker bit, beat for beat.
Oh my God. Oh, how cruel of you. I mean, I guess that's not really cruel. I mean, it's kind of true, but your mileage may vary, I guess.
I'm really glad this is one of our less reviewed ones, so no one get mad at me for calling Animaniacs Doug Walker humor.
I mean, you're right.
Somebody viral will pick this up and go attack them for attacking Animaniacs.
How do you know those names? It's because Seep says them all the time.
Is that why?
Yeah, you always say their name, Doug, Tamara, and Malcolm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've never really watched much of the original one. I watched the new one. I like it a decent amount, but even I agree with that. Like, that's not inaccurate. I'm pretty sure like he was prime Animaniacs viewing age when it originally came out. I think if he was on this podcast, he would have answered that last question. Like, Animaniacs, that was very important to my development as a person.
Oh, was it Doug?
Yeah,
it was. It really was.
Doug Walker.
Yeah,
I believe all humor derives from misery.
How does your brother Semina guy feel about the younger brother Scott the Wiles being taller than him?
What? Did you just ask me as Doug Walker, brother Rob Walker, thinks about Scott the Wiles' younger brother being taller than my brother? What? Scott the Wiles is a brother?
Used to me. He is on TV though. Did we talk about that? Scott the Wiles on TV.
I don't want to cover another YouTuber's news. I feel
No,
weird doing that.
No, I didn't want to actually think
It's
about
Doug
it.
Walker. Everyone in chat is spamming his Doug Walker, a unique little boy character. Parentheses important.
But Ryan sent me this picture of Doug Walker and his brothers.
That's not his brothers.
Yes, they are. Remember, Doug Walker used to wear glasses, so.
Somebody asked a real question. What addition to the new Nintendo Switch Online could possibly make you pay for it? Honest answer, do what Game Pass does and put games that are actually new and have value on there. Not something I could Google a ROM for in 30 seconds.
There'd have to be a system where I could get new games for free. Like one or two new game a year for free.
Yeah, for a subscription fee, because then that makes it actually worth it. Like if you're paying $80 a year and it gives you two $60 games or something like that.
I think if they have literally just every if you have Game Boy Advance, and even GameCube games on there, I think I would feel like it's a little more worthwhile for me.
GameCube would probably push a lot of people into buying it, I think, because they're so unavailable and not as emulatable as the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you, Rosa?
I mean, definitely, if they had, GameCube games and, some Wii games and, even other games, definitely, just give me, a lot more money for giving more value for my cash.
Yeah.
And also, they should look at it
yeah.
I was gonna say they should add in pre-cured games, so there's not a lot of those that are good.
You know what this new service needs?
What?
It needs Nintendo Video with Dinosaur Office on it.
Yes!
My favorite thing ever. I don't know why.
You can watch videos on the go with Nintendo Switch. That'd be a novel concept.
They should bring back the Nintendo channel from Wii. They should bring back Nintendo Week. You remember Nintendo Week?
Yeah. I remember you could watch Oscar's Oasis on there. And
Nintendo Week it had Gary and Alice, and then Alice left, and then it was Gary and Dark Gary.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dark Gary.
I missed out on so much Wii channel stuff, and I shouldn't have because I owned a Wii, but I was too young to understand how the Wi-Fi worked, so I had never connected it to the internet until a year before I got a Wii U.
I remember being 10 years old on the phone with customer service for 2 hours, and honestly, bless those people who put up with
I think if they did
customer service.
If they did Nintendo Video now, the Completionists would have a show on it.
I guess they would have they try to be they compete with Disney Plus or whatever, and have original shows.
That's where the Scott the Wiles show would go.
That would be just a bombshell waiting to happen.
Conspicuously, the emulator episode he just uploaded wouldn't be there.
Every episode except that one. I mean, there is a non-zero chance that if they were going to do something like that, they would get internet personalities on. I mean, it's pretty par for the course in everything.
It had to be one that only babies could watch. You'd have the Completionist and PBG on there. With Abdallah Smash.
Is PBG for babies? I haven't watched PBG.
I don't know. I haven't watched PBG since I was 14. He might be. Is he for babies?
I know he doesn't he's PG-13 at most.
I think they'd be okay with that. It's the Arlo show.
I want
Arlo is PG, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
loves Nintendo, so
he have a little talk show set. I think that'd be the gimmick on his Arlo show on this Nintendo video. He'd be like, "Wow, welcome to the first ever Arlo show," and then they cut to the band, and they're all puppets too.
The Fuzzaboom cast returns.
Yeah.
Would he be under contract to like not say anything negative about Nintendo?
Probably. I mean,
He kind of rips into them a lot.
Is
They want
Arlo
him.
a meek little boy character? No, he's a meek little puppet character.
No, now Gerbert. Well, I'd say is Gerbert the way we portray him.
Gerbert has to be the spot of the bingo space.
I think Gerbert is, but not Arlo.
Okay,
That's
fair
my
enough.
stance.
I think they should give Melvin his own show, but then you could just keep calling him Arlo.
Who's Melvin?
Melton.
Melton?
I thought you were talking about Brother of the Joker.
I'm gonna be honest. I got a bunch more. I thought we were talking about Melton from YouTube when you were talking about a Gerbert. I really got confused for a second there.
What?
I
You thought
lost.
of Melton?
I was thinking
They're all
Gerbert?
becoming one person in your mind, honey.
Everyone's becoming the same to me.
I think Ryan just needs a tier list maker with every cartoon character.
All
and
of
there
them.
are two there are two tiers. Meek little boy and confident big boy.
Oh man, when are we gonna put girl from Super Duper Sumo on this list?
Right. I just realized whenever we talk about Scott the Woz, you're like, I don't really like to talk about YouTubers. Like you always do that. But then when it comes to Arlo, like what? There's like, what's this like double standard?
Yeah, we just have.
Here's the thing: it's because Scott the Woz is not human.
I think it's Arlo. Arlo the puppet is a bit of a character compared to Scott the Woz, who's a human being.
I don't think Scott the Woz is a human.
I guess
I
so.
think those videos.
Doesn't he try to make himself a character? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
Ryan hates all
happens
the
at
Sonic
the end of the
Underground characters. Where did this come from?
It's true. She
Ryan
said it right
rates.
now.
It
This
says
is what-
rates.
Oh,
this is what you're gonna get
Rate
chased on
them.
Twitter for hating the Sonic Underground characters.
I think there's a lot of Sonic Underground characters that I don't like looking at.
all of them.
They look like some of them look like they smell like cigarettes. Like I just taste like tobacco in my mouth when I see them.
Hey, Zeep, it's me, Manic. How you been? It's been a while since we've seen each other.
Hey Manic. Where have you been? I mean, where have you been?
I've been
I
just like Ben and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still doing. You know how it is. I've been doing animation a lot. Not really much else. I've been trying to get out more. Maybe talk with some
Wow,
more
that's super
friends.
duper. You want to see my kid?
Your kid?
Yeah, I
You
put
have
him
a
back
kid.
together. Yeah, I put him back together after the fall. I know he doesn't look too right, but hey, you can't chase your kids, am I right?
I know
Or
I
was
watched
it
the
Regal?
show. I know I watched the show when I was a kid, but all I remember is the theme song, the baby scene, and I am Hotep, you are hedgehogs, we know not each other. That's all I remember.
Manic definitely smells like dip. What is
I
that?
think I'm
Capital
gonna-
V dip?
I'm gonna play us out. My food's almost here, and sleep needs to do something tonight. I think it's time to wrap up.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Looks like we gotta wrap up.
What are going to be our final thoughts on this very quaint, pleasant episode of our podcast?
Well, it's been our most lax episode.
I'm gonna click end stream. Good night, everyone.
What? No. Wait.
You already did.
Did you end it?
No. What do you want to say?
Oh.
I
My stream's buffering, I thought you wanted
I want to test out a new impression. I came up with.
All right, do it right now. I need to go get my food.
Okay. It's all right. No, I've had better. It's all right.
I'm ending the stream right